Hey, we're talking to Brodie Kostecki at the moment, and you mentioned in the first half of the show, Brodie, you've been doing a fair bit of spannering for Brent Kratzman. You're the crew chief to the Stars of a race-winning sprint car up here in Queensland. How'd that deal all sort of just come about? Did it just you guys got talking one day, and you were a little bit interested in doing a bit more work and getting back in the speedway scene? It seems to be working all right.
Yeah, I've been around Speedway sort of my whole life, and been pretty fortunate to hang around some really some really smart guys, and sort of grew up around the Kendrick family in Perth, and of course when I was living with Paul Morris, got to spend a lot of time with Donnie and his team, and Jason Sides and a bunch of those guys. So have been pretty fortunate to learn off some of the best, and I've known Brent and his family for quite some years now, and he's said, oh well, why don't you just come hang out for a night, and then one thing turns to another, then you end up sort of working on a car, and it was pretty cool to get a win last season to cap off the season finale, and we've had some pretty good success going into the start of this year so far. We start off the nights well, and then we haven't finished too many features so far, so we need to work on that. But other than that, it's been going great.
I think that's just a byproduct of sprint car racing. Sometimes they're not always the easiest things to finish in the first place, let alone finish well. So it's nice that he's rolling along well, and it's a, I guess, enjoyable program for you guys to be a part of. It's a little bit, I guess, more sedate than the supercars world in terms of seriousness and data and all that sort of stuff. And probably it comes back to, I guess, a little bit more mechanical knowledge. Like you said, you've been around the sport for such a long time. We hear guys in the supercars paddock like Larko or even Paul Morris, which you've got a pretty handy relationship with, just speaking about the fact that the drivers don't have as much mechanical knowledge about the cars these days that they're racing. Is that, I guess, something that you pride yourself on? You've got a fairly solid understanding of the technical side of all sorts of cars that you've had a play in or been a part of, obviously. And in terms of mechanical side of things, the sprint car's pretty simple in terms of what the running gear is. Is it nice to just get away from the data and go back to that sort of old school feeling?
Yeah, I think it's it's great for me. Like I said prior, it's outside my comfort zone, and I love to understand how things work. It's just sort of how I work personally, and with my supercar and whatnot, I know every bolt and nut in that thing that puts it together, and same with the sprint car as well. I can probably put one together with my eyes closed. So I've just grown around it. Grown up around it my whole life, and really enjoy the sport. It's like you said, there's no data, there's no nothing. The track's always changing, so it's it looks simple from the outside, but it's very, very complicated and very frustrating at times as well. So it's a good challenge for me, and I really enjoy it. And like I said, the Speedway community is like a big family, and we get to go there and hang out, and see some people that I've known for a very long time, and it's always good to catch up with those people and go have a bit of fun and try win some more trophies.
That's what it's all about, isn't it? And at Adelaide in a couple of weeks, obviously you've got I'm assuming it's a pretty busy program even away from the racetrack with everything that you have to do and your commitments. But have you got time to help Craddo in that deal down there at Napa Speedway?
Yeah, sure will be. I'm not sure exactly what my schedule is yet, but I'm going to try to help out as much as I can. So going to head over, and I also want to go have a look as well, and see how the event's going. It's quite intriguing to me how it's all going to play out. So Craddo's going to be having a spin down there, and hopefully we go well down there too with him.
Seriously, I think this will probably be a pretty big eye-opener for a lot of Speedway fans that'll be listening along and go, holy smokes, like when you're mentioning Jason Sides and Donnie Schatz and the stuff he was doing here and the Kendrick family, like you're in the inner workings of the Speedway community. I think there'll be plenty of people tuned in that'll just go, holy, this guy's been around the game for a while.